Good afternoon and welcome back to Folklore Thursday, talking today about the folklore of skulls. Another surprising piece of folklore from a quarter where you might not quite expect it is this. Why else were skulls at risk of plunder in the 17th and 18th centuries? Well, it wasn't the skulls of those who were buried. In this case, it was the skulls of those who were unburied. And this was because the skull of a man unburied, and it was usually a man that was requested, would sometimes show a growth of botanical moss. You can in fact see it on the cover of Mummies, Cannibals and Vampires. And this moss was used in medicine for various purposes, but in this case it's an ointment called the wound salve. And as Francis Bacon states in the early 17th century, two of the strangest and hardest ingredients to come by were these. They were the moss on the skull of a dead man, and secondly, the fat of a bear and a bear killed in the act of generation. Just to divert a little bit from the skulls and be quite clear about how precise and difficult this ingredient was to get hold of. This was the fat of two bears killed in the act of generation. In Renaissance medical theory, generation required mutual orgasm, and therefore your hunter lurking about in the bear-infested woods, having strewn perhaps some meat laced with aphrodisiacs, not only needs to spot the bears, not only needs to have the luck to spot the bears when they're copulating, but needs to actually shoot the bears at the exact moment when they're both experiencing mutual orgasm and therefore achieving generation. This is a fine skill indeed, beyond ordinary marksmanship, so we can well imagine that this cost a lot of money. Next question is, and we'll be coming back to the skulls, what on earth was this ointment for? You may be surprised. Thanks for listening.